Hello everyone, I'm Frank and welcome to Learn How to Sudoku, where we take a very easy variant Sudoku puzzle and we break it down in detail so that you can learn how to Sudoku. Today's very easy puzzle is called Blue Poles and it's by Pagado or Pagado. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. And here are the rule, or actually here's the information about it. This is a Sudoku interpretation of Jackson Pollock's 1952 painting, Blue Poles. Light blue lines represent the dark blue poles in the painting. Colored circles represent the colored paint splashes in the painting. Actually, let's take a look. Blue Poles, Jackson Pollock. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Interesting. We have the blue poles here. And here, the splots around it. Yeah, and Jackson Pollock was known for, like, I think, like, splashing paint, essentially. But he did it with purpose, so it's very interesting, actually. Anyways, let's go back to the Sudoku version of it. The colored circles represents the colored paint splashes in the painting. Anyways, here are the rules. Normal Sudoku rules apply, which means fill the entire grid with the digits 1 through 9 such that there are no repeats in any row, column, or box. We also have box borders divide the blue region sum line into segments with the same sum. So, for example, these three cells must equal the same as these three cells, which must equal the same as the sum of these two cells here. And it's similar for each of the blue poles here. That's how region sum lines work. We also have cells joined by a white or purple dot are consecutive. So these are Kropke dots. Actually, I guess all of these are considered Kropke dots, but these are the white version of the Kropke dot rule set. So for example, if this were a 6, this would have to be 5 or 7. Same with this. If this is 6, this would be 5 or 7. And that's how white and purple dots in this puzzle work. Cells joined by a black circle have a digit. One digit is double the other. So these are typical black Kropke dot rule sets here. So if this were, say, a 4, this would have to be 2 or 8 to maintain the 1 to 2 ratio here. Cells joined by a green cell have a difference of at least 5. So this matches the German whisper line rule set and matches the coloring too of the green German whisper line. So for example, if this were 3, this would have to be 8 or 9 because those are the only digits that are 5 or more away from 3. Cells joined by an orange circle have a difference of at least 4. So this is equivalent to a Dutch whisper line. So, for example, if this were 3, this would have to be 7, 8, or 9 to main, because the only digits that are 4 or more away from 3 are 7, 8, and 9. We also have, red, dark blue, and yellow circles are purely cosmetics. And not all circles are given. Cells joined by an X sum to 10, and cells joined by a V sum to 5. Not all X's or V's are given. So, for example, if this were a 3, this would have to be 7. If this were a 4, this would have to be 1. Because these digits must add up to 10, and these digits must add up to 5. And those are all the rules. If you'd like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now, I'm going to get started. Let's learn how to Sudoku. Okay, so What we know for each of these blue lines, region sum lines, is that this is equal to the sum of these. The sum of these digits is equal to the same sum as these digits. Sorry. The sum of these digits is equal to the sum of these digits and the sum of these digits. So the sum of all 8 of these digits must be essentially 3 times another number. Well, 45 is a number that's divisible by 3. And if you subtract out another number that's divisible by 3 from it, you will get another number that's actually divisible by 3, right? If you subtract out, 42 from 45, you'll get 3. And this must be 3 times a certain number, right? If you get 45 minus 39, you'll get 6 here. And if you get 45 minus 36, you'll have a 9 here. And those are the only ones that are possible to fulfill this line and this cell, right? Because this must be divisible by 3, and 45 is divisible by 3. The only digits that are possible here then are 3, 6, and 9, because they have to be also divisible by 3, right? So same here. This is 3, 6, and 9. This is 3, 6, and 9. This is 3, 6, or 9. Well, the only digits that are in a 1 to 2 ratio with 3, 6, or 9 are 3 and 6. So this can't be 9. This is 3 or 6. This can't be 9, so this is 3 or 6. This cannot be a 3, 6 pair here, because that would eliminate all possibilities for that cell. This has to be 1, 4, or 7 to add up to 10 with this digit. Well, if you had 1, 9 here, this could only add up to 9 at most here with 1 and 8. But 9 cannot be essentially the digit or the sum of these digits, right? The sums of the digits can be either 12 times 3, right? That's 36. 13 times 3, which is 39, or 14 times 3, which is 40, which adds up to 42. So that this is essentially 369. So this can't be 1. This can't be 9. If this is 3 and if this is 4 and 6, that means it adds up to 13, right? Well, we have a 3, 6 pair here. So there can, in row 1, so there cannot be a 3, 6 pair in the rest of the row. This must be 2 or 4 or 5 or 7 here. Okay. If this is 6, that means each set adds up to 45 minus 6, which is 39, divided by 3, which is 13. So this must add up to 13. So then this would be 4 and 9. If this is 3 and 7, that means each set of these add up to what? 45 minus 3 is 42, divided by 3 is 14. So this would have to be 7 and 7, which is not possible. So we know then this has to be 6 and 4 and 9 here. This 6 can only be consecutive with 5 or 7. Interesting that. This cannot be 4, but it could be 6 or 8 here. This can't be 6 because of this 6, so this is a 3, which makes this a 6. Therefore, this sums up to 14 again, right? Because 45 minus 3 is 42. Then divide by 3 again, and that gives you 14. And this must be then 6 and 8, which makes this 2. This 2, 3 pair means this cannot be 2 or 3, so this must be 1 or 4 here. This adds up to 5. So it's 5, and this adds up to, again, 14. So this must be with 9, right? 1, 4 is 5, plus 9 is 14. Therefore, this must be 5 and 7. This cannot be 2 and 3 because the 2 is already in the same box, so this is also 1, 4. This can't be 2, 3 because of the 2 and of the 3 in the same box, so this must be 1 and 4. And this can't be 4 because of this 4, so this must be 1, which makes that a 4. These digits must differ by at least 4. Actually, these digits must differ by at least 5. There must be a low here, and it cannot be 2, 1, or 4 because of the 2, 1, 4 in the box. So this must include a 3, and it must be with 8 or 9 here. This is in a 1 to 2 ratio with 1 or 4, so this is 2 or 8. This is consecutive with this digit. This can't be a 6 because of this 6. Therefore, this must be 8, which makes this a 7 to be consecutive with both 6 and 8. This cannot be 9 because 9 must be consecutive with 8 only, and 8 cannot be in the same box. It can't be 8, 7, can't be 7, 6, can't be 6, 5, can't be 5, 4, can't be 4, 3, can't be 3, 2. What is this? This has to be 1 and 2. Therefore, the remaining digits in row 1 are 5, 8, and 9. But this can't be 8 because of this 8, and these can't be 9. Where is the 9 in row 1? It has to be here. So this is 9. These two digits must be have a difference of at least 4. Well, we can't have 5, 9 anymore. You can't have 3, 4, or 1. What is the remaining low digit that's possible? It can only be 2. And then 2 can only be with 7 as a difference. Therefore, that forces this to be 5. This must be consecutive with 2 or 7. If this is 2, this can only be 3 because it cannot have a 1 or 4 there. If this is 7, it can be 6 or 8. But 3 cannot be here because we know one of the 3's has to be here to be have a difference, to have a low here essentially. So this can't be 3. This has to be 6 or 8, which forces this to be 7, which forces this to be 2. One of these is 3, therefore this is 6, 8, or 9 here. Red, dark yellow, dark blue, and yellow circles are cosmetic, okay? This 3 or 6 is consecutive with only 2, 4, 5, or 7 here. These two digits add up to 10. These two digits add up to 10. So do these two digits. And this cell is in a 1 to 2 ratio with 2 other cells. So this can only be 2 or 4, right? 2 can be in a 1 to 2 ratio with 1 and 4. 4 can be in a 1 to 2 ratio with 2 and 8. So if this is 4, this would have to be 8 because it can't be 2, and this would be 2. Otherwise, if this is 2, this could be 1 or 4, or this could be 1 or 4. If this is 2, this must be 6 and 8, or this is 8. If this is 4, this must be 6. So either way, we know in this box there must be a 4, and in this box there must be a 2. And it cannot be here, so this one of these is 2. Since one of these is 2, 2 in this middle box cannot be here, cannot be here. It must be one of these 3 cells. We also have actually a 1, 2, 4 triplet, which eliminates 1, 2, 4 in row 5. So these cannot be 1, 2, or 4. What can they be? Okay, this can be 2 here and 8 here. Or it's 3, 7. It cannot be 1, 9 because of the 9 in the column. Can't be 4, 6 because of the 4, 6 in the column. In row or column 3, where is the 2? It can't be here because of the 1, 2 pair here. Actually, this has to be 3 or 4. And this must be 1 or 2. But it cannot be to add up to essentially 5, right? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, but this is eliminated by the 1 and 2 are eliminated by the 1, 2 pair in the box. So this is 3 or 4, this is 1 or 2. This can't be 2 though, so this is 1 and this is 4. This 1 means this can't be 1. So this must be 2, 4, and 8 here to be maintain the 1 to 2 ratios between these. This is 2, 4, and 8, which makes this 1, which makes that a 4. This 8 means this can't be 8, so this is 6, which means this can't be 6. This 8 means this can't be 8, so this is a 6. And this cannot be 8 here. We have a 3, 8, and 9 triplet in column 9, which eliminates 3, 8, and 9 in the rest of the column. This can't be 8. This must be 2. These digits have to be specifically 6 and 7 then. These digits are specifically 3, 5, and 8. So this cannot be 2 here. Purple cells are consecutive. So this must be a 3 or 5 here. This 2 means this can't be 2, so this is 1, which makes that a 2. This must have a difference of at least 4. So it cannot be 7 here. So 7 has to be one of these two cells. So the remaining digits here are 3, 5, 7, and 9, right? And these can't be 7. These are consecutive. And 2 cannot be here. Where is 2 again in column 3? Can't be here, can't be here, can't be any of these. So 2 must be one of these two, which means it must be consecutive with something. Cannot be 1. This has to be 3 then. Therefore, that eliminates 3 in the rest of the column. This is a 5, 9 pair, which means this can't be 5 or 9. This is 2 or 3. That forces this to be a 6 remaining. This 6 eliminates 6 here. This is 3. This is 6. This can't be 3 or 6, so this is 9. That's consecutive with 8 here. Therefore, this 3 means the rest of this column must add up to 45. Sorry, 42, which is 45 minus 3. So 42 divided by 3 is 14. Therefore, this is 8. This is 10. And this must be 4 then, to add up to 14. This can no longer be 2 and 8. Can't be 4, 6. Can't be 3, 7. This has to be 1 and 9. This can't be 8, so this is 5. This is 8. This is consecutive. Or actually, yellow circles are purely cosmetic. Okay, so then this has to be 2 and 7 remaining. So this is 2, this is 7. The remaining digits here are 1 and 3. This can't be 1 because of that 1, so this is 3, this is 1. This adds up to 10. We have the remaining digits must add up to 13 because it's 45 minus 6, which is 39, divided by 3. This is 13, right? So this must be a 3, which makes this 2 and this 8. This cannot be 2. This is consecutive here. So it's 5, 6, and 7. Therefore, the 6 is in the middle. This cannot be 5, because if it were 5, what digits have a difference of at least 5 from 5? It's 0 or less, or 10 or more. And none of those are digits. Those are not digits in normal Sudoku. So this must be 7. The only digit remaining in the column that can be in a 1 to 2 ratio was 7. sorry, that has a difference of at least 5 with 7 is 2. So this is 2. That makes this 5. This 3 eliminates 3 here. So this is 7. This is 9. This must be a 3 to have a difference of at least 5 here. So this is 3. This is 8. This 7 eliminates 7 here. So this is 3. This 7 eliminates 7 here. So it's 5, 7, 5, and 9. This 2 means this can't be 2. So this is 3. This is 2. This 3 eliminates 3 here. So this is 5. These cannot be 5. This can't be 3 because of that 3. So this is 8. This is 3. This 6 eliminates 6 here. So it's 7 and 6. This is consecutive only with 4. So this is 4. 6 is only consecutive with 5 or 7, but this can't be 5 here. So this is 7. And then the rest we can probably fill by Sudoku. This is 5 and 9 remaining, but this can't be 9 because of that 9. So this is 5 and 9. We have 3 and 6 remaining here, but this can't be 3. So that's 6. This is 3. The remaining digit here is a 4. The remaining digits here are 1 and 5. But we don't know that one. The remaining digit here must be a 9. The remaining digit here is a 1. And what do we have here? 5 and 7. This can't be 7 because of this 7, so this is 5, which makes that a 7. This 5 makes that a 1, which makes that a 5. We eliminate the 1 here, so it's 4, and this is a 1. And that's a solution. Yeah, this gives you a nice feel for all the various different types of... These are actually a lot of main rules that are used quite often in variant Sudoku puzzles. So this is a nice mixture of that. Plus also sort of elevating us with appreciation of a painting. I didn't know about blue pools. I've heard about Jackson Pollock before. I've seen a decent amount of his works of art. And it's interesting, but yeah, I don't know if I'm so much of a connoisseur of the shoot, what's the style? I forgot what the style. It's not impressionistic. It's abstract art, I guess. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Learn How to Sudoku, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.